Hey, it's Myra from Myra version 6.0. Got a question for you. If they were to do a movie about you and your life, what would be the soundtrack? Who would be on there? What artist or music would you like for the score of your life? The reason I asked is May is a tough month for us. And I know we're into June now, but kind of explain why I asked that. Both of my husbands died the first part of May, one on May 2nd and one on May 3rd. So it's always a rough time for our family. But I found that it's more the day that they passed than the actual date that resonates with me. My first husband died on a Friday night. Drunk driver hit him. My second husband died on a Monday morning. And so it's more like the first Friday and the first Monday of May. But I found this year, and I didn't realize until several days after, that when I would go for my walks, I was listening to certain artists. My first husband introduced me to John Prine. And so I've listened to him all my life, or well, not all my life, but since I was 16 years old. And I didn't consciously select it, but I was listening to him. My second husband, probably we met in the 80s, and probably Rod Stewart's Vagabond Heart album was one that we listened to a lot. My second husband was really into music. He probably had a library of 30,000 songs when he passed. So this year, and I think it was also Rod Stewart's 80th birthday. So I was just listening to him, but it occurred to me that those two artists would definitely have to be a part of my life soundtrack. And it made me wonder, who would you pick for your life movie? And there's a lot of other influences. My mom was a big country and western fan, so Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Johnny Horton, Jimmy Dean. Maybe a lot of you don't realize, you just think of his sausages and breakfast products, but he was a singer. So a lot of old artists like that. Now I liked Willie Nelson. Of course, Emmylou Harris, her voice is just incredible. Dolly Parton even, and a few others. So, and then when I was in high school, it would have been Neil Diamond, Cat Stevens, Elton John, the Rolling Stones. The Beatles a little bit before me, but both of my husbands loved the Beatles. One was 3 years older than me and one was 5 years older than me, so there was a little different influence there. And then who else? Oh gosh, there's so many artists that I absolutely love. But but now I will say, after my second husband passed, I had a hard time listening to regular music, secular music. So I started listening to a lot of like K-Love and that kind of thing. But I would always go back to John Prine. I love Van Morrison too. And so I'd have to have a little bit of that, I think, in there. Probably the whole movie of my life would be about music, different songs. But anyway, I just wanted to ask you real quick, please leave a comment on what music you would like to represent you in the movie about your life. Now I love bagpipes, so I'd have to have some bagpipe music in there. What else? Gosh, I think that's my problem. I like so many different genres. I've been listening to Cajun music again here lately. We loved New Orleans and getting out in the bayou and that kind of thing when we could go on vacation down there. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would, give me a like and subscribe, but really, please leave a comment about the music that you would want to represent you. And you all have a blessed day. See you later. Bye.